Well, well, well. They did it. Global has announced they're shutting down. They're similar to Internet Explorer, a bit too late to the party. The game should have shut down around the time Tycom announced EOS. They didn't, however, so now I get to talk about it for the next few minutes. The news doesn't really shock me. I quit Global about a year and a half ago. I believe it was right around the time Christmas CL dropped. I saw a lot of red flags from the development team, from many lies they've told to the funniest controversies I've witnessed. A good example of a lie is when there was a little bug that affected most of the player base, the controller bug. For a month or maybe even a little longer, players were unable to connect their controller to the game. That's bad enough, but they lied multiple times, saying the next patch will be the one to fix it. There was no form of compensation either. Nebula Joy just waited until everyone forgot and then swept it under the rug. Convenient. Even better, NJ has demonstrated in the past they don't even understand how their game works. There's an infamous moment where a player used a mix of DNA and weapon buffs to make them near invincible, while Zero X, the lead developer, was demonstrating PvP during a livestream. He encountered this player and hastily banned them due to cheating, in an instance where they weren't even doing so. What's funnier is this all happened on YouTube livestream. If you want to find the footage, that's on you. But it was a hilarious display of ignorance and stupidity. Oh, how could I forget? There was a time where Nebula Joy was caught giving far less value in the Monster Hunter 2 paid packs compared to those in the first Monster Hunter banner event. They even decided to separate Zinogre Iris and Crimson Valstrax Zero banner. Zero X argued that it was better for the player base at the time. I even believe he used convoluted math to quote-unquote prove it. Players were definitely not very happy. If you want my honesty, I'm surprised Global has even lasted a year. In the past, the devs mostly just strung code together that was given to them by Tycom, and they did very little in terms of making new content. The only thing I can remember in terms of being at least a little bit different to Taiwan was their Thanksgiving event. They made a banner for it, and while dumb looking, it was at least something new. So when I heard that they would be making quote-unquote new content, I was rather skeptical. When I found out what the new content was, I couldn't help but laugh a little bit at how pathetic it was. Their content was hastily copy-pasted resources with a thick coat of shit. If they didn't display their lack of knowledge with coding the game before, they sure as shit did now. Massive Massimo, as an example, was rather depressing. They slapped Zero's Super Saiyan Aura and gave him a weird dash attack and kinda called it a day. I also found the new content to just be pathetic, overall. I've also heard that Rogue was turned into a new Guild Raid boss, so that's even more copy-pasting nonsense. Anything beyond that, I really don't know. I do kind of have a problem with them announcing EOS now of all times. Players really only have 1 month to enjoy XDiVE before it's gone. They're not even getting the Taiwan treatment, where players were given a bunch of free pulls on banners for 3 months that guaranteed S-rank characters. I'm not just upset with the global devs, though. I'm also upset with the players. You guys should have really stopped playing the game and walked away. Or at the very least, you shouldn't have been spending on it when it was destined to die. With Daddy Tycom out of the picture, there was no way Global was going to continue to survive. I don't know how you guys couldn't see that. Alright, I think I threw in a couple of things that I found annoying with Global's shutdown, as well as just gave like a brief synopsis of things. There's many more things that did happen within the past 3 years. I'd rather not get into all that. That'd probably be at least a 30-minute to an hour video. Instead, I kind of want to talk about a gacha I've been playing instead. In fact, you're watching it. Honkai Star Rail has been really consistent in terms of, well, everything. Gameplay's good. The gacha could obviously be better, but they have to make their money somehow, right? And honestly, story's kind of great. If you cut out the Jan show bullshit. That was honestly a mess. Now, they at least kind of did remedy that with the Penacony arc. But, you know, for some people it's a little too late. Overall, if you want something different to play, I definitely recommend Honkai Star Rail. Just keep in mind, you are going to be at quite a bit of disadvantage since it's been a little over a year since it released. That said, I'm honestly going to drop this subject. There's really no point. Overall, I just kind of want to throw my 2 cents in. Get fucked, I suppose.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin. All of you stand still. Fire! Here's your final reward. That's all you've got. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only 2 kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.